Hey guys, welcome back. And I know what you're thinking, what is this? Another karting video? Yes, indeed it is. This is a little birthday present, I guess, kind of session. Maybe like a free session if one paying customer or something like that. Anyway, Daytona Sandown. 4th of July, you'd expect it to be quite warm, very sunny and hot. It's going to be a nice dry race, grippy. Absolutely nope. It basically rained all day and it didn't stop even when we got to the track. So I've been to this track once about 3-4 years ago, so it's going to take me some time to get used to it, especially in the wet. So one thing I definitely did wrong was I was taking wet lines, but the thing is it was so wet and it just wouldn't stop raining that you could actually take the normal line. So yeah, note to self, should have learnt that a lot earlier. So we got 28 drivers on this grid. It's an open sprint race, which is a huge grid, and we've got a 10-minute practice / qualifying. So I don't have a lot of time to get used to the track, and obviously yellow flags will come out, which will hinder lap times, and yeah, it's going to be hard basically to get a good time under our wings, if that's what you call it. So that's the lap of the track. You can see it's absolutely treacherous out there, and I was soaked by the end of it. I was soaked even before the day began. As you can see, just some little highlights from practice, and a lot of drivers spinning on the straight. There was a bit of a puddle on the left hand side, so I'm wondering if people were just kind of driving into that and spinning themselves around. And see, this driver on the yellow is just yeah, not quite sure what he's doing there, but he could have wiped out that marshal. So some very clever driving indeed there. And yeah, there was a lot of yellows and stuff. Maybe not here. This driver was very quick. I think he went on to finish like 2nd or 3rd. You see more yellow flags, but people are just overtaking everywhere. It's like your typical open Grand Prix session at any kind of track. People just don't seem to understand what any of the rules mean, or if they do understand them, they just don't really care, which is great, you know. Just hopefully there's no marshals out in the middle of the track. Another car facing the wrong way. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was kind of dreading this race, especially with 28 of us heading down to turn 1. That's my dad. It's his first time in a go-kart, and what a time to do it. As he's just kind of slowly just getting around another car facing the wrong way. And you know, I'm happy. I didn't have any like spins on myself. The only time I maybe spun was not my fault. You went for a puddle there, and when I went through that puddle, it absolutely just came all in my helmet. It absolutely soaked me, so that was nice. So yeah, we've really got some learning to do before this race. My lines are pretty shit, to say the least. Another driver facing the wrong way. And, this is a trend that just doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. See, hands up there, because another driver spins. A lot of spinning on the straight. I think coming out of that corner, you could get a bit of a drift on. I think that's why they were spinning up the inside. I mean, see, there's so much grip, even in these wet conditions, and that's what I wasn't prepared for. So I got quicker as the time went on. Checker flag comes out. The end of our practice / qualifying. We're qualified 10th out of 28, so it's not too bad. But I mean, when I do these Open Grand Prix, I honestly want to get a podium. But yeah, it's gonna be a hard one. So 5 red lights. And away we go, and we're going to get a nice little nudge up the arse straight away, so just what you want as you're starting the race. I mean, there's nowhere I can go, so there's all the cones on the right hand side anyway. Coming to turn 1, I'm dreading this, absolutely, like, oh god, here we go. A lot of grip on the outside here, so I thought everyone's kind of just going to go wide and go straight on, but fair play, no one did from what I could see anyway. But yeah, just 3 wide, there's puddles of water being thrown over, the car engine's like smoking away. And just check out this, I'm going to get a big hit here, and another one. Bang! And I tell you that, yeah, that hurt a bit. So, I mean, I expected it from a group like this, to be fair. It's not unexpected surprise to get a whack like that. The yellow flags are out, but look, see, overtaken on yellows, and there we go again, so... Oh god, you know what kind of session this is going to be. And we're dropping back so many places, but no one's obeying the rules. I know I'm not exactly the quickest around here, definitely not at all, but you know, when you're actually obeying the rules and no one else is, you can lose a lot of time because of that. And check out this in front. There's a driver there sideways. We have to take avoiding action. We're forced onto the grass, and then we get collected by another cart. I'm frantically just jumping up and down to just get out of the grass, and we basically, well, we've lost so many positions. There's another cart in the wall there. Everyone's taking each other out. Oh my god, it's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. And we've got some serious ground to make up. And, you know, I honestly wasn't expecting to be finishing the top 10 in this race, so... Oh, Lord. Yep, there's another cart. There's a cart off there, facing the wrong way. One of them is rejoining slowly. I didn't pass on yellows. I think as soon as you go past the accident, it's back to green. I thought we're just trying to experiment with a grip. And I think my race lap time was about 69 seconds. It was about 3 seconds quicker. We got barged out the way again. There's not really any room on the inside, so people are just going for moves that are just not really there. It's, you know, it's just treating it like bumper cars. It's pretty shit. Another smash up the arse again as it gets past. And yes, I know that sounds fucking weird. And I'm just not having a great time right now, as I'm trying to understand how to drive this track quicker while trying not to be killed. Yellow flags again. Another pass. So, oh man. Yeah, there wasn't many penalties coming out from what I could see either. But obviously I understand as a marshal it's a bit difficult to monitor every single offence. I mean, there's so many going on, so there's an awful lot. And also you don't want to upset the group, which is not ideal for the business, which does happen. This guy very much sideways. We're going to try going around the outside. We get a much better exit there, much more grip, and we're actually able to overtake. No, he's still there. Up the inside again he goes. Try to hang it around the outside, which is not enough room to do so. It's all getting a bit bunched up here. No one's spun out yet, so I'm quite surprised this little group is still going straight, considering some of the stuff we've seen. And I was honestly just kind of worried I was going to get taken out. Another car, just facing the wrong way. Oh my lord, it's a shit show. I thought about firing up the inside, but honestly, I was just not able to just stay out of the way. So we're definitely on the preferred line here, coming down the straight, but can we get a move down through turn 1? We're going to have that grippier outside line. Maybe we can cut back across. Cutting back across we do. That's the inside of another driver. We've got another driver here. If we try to go maybe around the outside, we're just going to hug that apex. And we're looking through. We'll see there's quite a few cars ahead that we are quicker than. It's taken me a while, but we've got up to speed. I think we're going to lose the better exit here. Yeah, we just don't have a good run out there. There's nothing we can do. Flicks over to the left to defend very erratically. Dives up the inside of the cart in front. So we're again fighting to find a way through. So up the inside we go here. We are touching a little bit. I'm literally up on the curb. Slight bit of contact. We avoid spinning anyone out, but we haven't gained a place either. Again, I think it's a little bit too wet going down the inside here. Unless you're alongside enough. As we still frantically trying to find a way past. And this is something I need to gain confidence with. I think in general is overtaking. It's something I've definitely seen a lot in my karting videos. And this was a really interesting defensive move because the guys went right over to the right where there's no grip. But I think that's because of my dad going very slow there on the left hand side. But either way, we've got much more grip here on the exit as the car just slides around into that horrible puddle again. And absolutely soaking myself in the process. Got another cart now we're side by side with. But we've got the inside line here, so we should be okay to maintain that position. I say that, but no, he's got a much better exit there. There's much more grip on the outside, it seems, of that corner. As yeah, we're just gonna. I think there's more yellow flags out. Oh, and then the driver in front spins. I forgot about that. So that's another place gain. And we did need to get past him quite early on, so we were kind of forced a little bit wider. Nothing bad, of course, but yeah, can't really progress through someone again. Look at this line they're taking. It's very interesting. As I took way too much speed in there and almost went off onto the curb. I'm kind of worried I was going to be off on the grass. There's another cart sideways. Oh my god. I don't know if they're spinning or if they're being taken out or if it's just a bit of both. But yeah, it's interesting to say the least. There go yellow flags again. I'm pretty sure he's just overtaken on a yellow. There's a look, overtake, bro. There's a car just like, oh my god. Oh, the driving standards are something else, but we've got to carry a lot of speed actually as we go around the outside on this preferable line. Again, we're just on that curb, just carrying maybe too much speed. So we've got enough room just to cut back across. And maybe thinking about sticking up the inside, but just thinking better of it. But yeah, that first corner was a really fun corner because you just kind of turn in, but like you don't because the cart's obviously aquaplaning. And as soon as it hits that grip on the outside, you cut back across and you're kind of sliding through the corner. That is so fun. It's one of the best corners I think I've done. Another kart sideways, and like someone's trying to overtake me up the inside as I'm trying to get past the kart that's facing the wrong way. So yeah, that's seems to happen a lot in this race. Again, look at the grip we have. Look how much time we've gained just through that corner. And as the driver brakes, he seems to just lose it under braking. Just slides right into us, forcing us through another puddle, getting myself even more psyched than I already was. But you know, at least we've gained a place. There's another car who's facing the wrong way, and another one going very slow. Very interesting line up there. Oh my lord, I do wonder if I would have just had a better qualifying. You know, would I have been able to keep up with all the other fast drivers? But obviously, going off the track onto the grass earlier on, I think that pretty much eliminates any chance of a decent result. But I really didn't know who I was really fighting. I knew there was a couple of guys with the custom helmets, but they were way up the front, so it's going to be impossible to try to catch them, that's for sure. So I think realistically I was aiming for like a top 5 in this race. Would have been a good result, I think, considering what happened. There's another car facing the wrong way. So everyone's spinning around. Again, look at the grip we have. He's like sideways through the corner. Like we try to get a nice little cutback and we're late on the brakes. See, with confidence, it's just getting there slowly. But it's a shame I didn't have this confidence earlier on in the race. But yeah, I mean, these conditions, they were so fun to drive in. I couldn't really see much, to be honest. Because every time you have your very unsafe rejoin there from the car coming out the pits. But every time your helmet gets, your visor gets soaked, you lift it up a little bit. The problem is, as soon as you lift it up, you start getting water in your eyes and all that. So yeah, not ideal. As we find that grippier line once again, look at that, round the outside we go turn 1. This corner was, again, I know I said it was such a fun corner, especially in these conditions. As we gain another place. But yeah, like I said, I really don't know who we're racing here. So I think there was a few guys we lapped a few times. So a decent exit out of this corner. Try to get past driver ahead in the black suit. Yeah, we're just closing so much ground. So we go up the inside here, side by side. And the driver in front spins, we try to avoid it, and I think we get hit. That kind of forces us into the tyre barrier. So another incident. So I've been on the grass, I've been in the tyres. I think I've been everywhere on this track, apart from in the top position. There's another car spins mid-corner, and I kind of panic and take avoiding action. And there's another car there. It's sideways, and I think that might have been my dad again. So, oh my god. Yeah, it's all kicking off. But it was raining like all day. Even when we were on the track here, it's still raining. And I honestly thought they might have called the race off, but luckily they didn't, because I wouldn't have got my money back probably otherwise. Up the inside we go. I think that driver might have lifted off a little bit to maybe let us through. But yeah, I mean, this was fun. It would have been better if we had a better result. And there's another kart spinning there, and there are some karts now who are getting called into the pits to be penalised. I actually thought this was the end of the race here, because there was quite a few karts in the pit lane. But it turns out everyone was just getting told off for not driving properly, should we call it. Another car just sideways on a curve. Oh, mate, honestly. Coming down the turn. This was a sketchy moment. Look, I had to take avoided action here. I was like, oh crap. I had to go left off the track to avoid the car in the middle of the curb. I've actually got a really good exit from that. We get another car just from the momentum, but that was a scary moment. As you come down into turn 1, you're going quite fast, waiting for that grip to kick in as you're turning, and then all of a sudden there's a car in your way. You're like, oh crap! So am I going to go into the grass here or not? So I'm quite happy that we avoided that, because that could have been a lot worse. There's Dad again, as we're lapping him for the 4th or 5th time, I think. And round the outside, on the inside we go. I think we're coming up to the final lap soon. And this might be the final lap here for these final few corners. So this is the last battle I had, so just keep in mind, this driver in front, I have already lapped him. This isn't for position, because the gap ahead of me was like 15 seconds. So it definitely wasn't this guy. See, I get a better exit here. I backed out of this thing because I knew he was just going to go straight into me and I'll probably go back in the grass. So I decided to back out of it. I didn't really trust it. As we come around the last corner of the race, again, it doesn't really matter if I pass or not. It's not for position. But he just starts like fist pumping in the air. But he didn't actually beat me. So I'm not... Yeah. I was just kind of sat there thinking, okay, mate, you do you. You do you. And yeah, that was the end of the race. So we finished 7th, which is not too bad, considering what happened on the first lap. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.